Hey, so I thought I would record a little bit of what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Just some behind the scenes on Steel Hunter compilation that I'm going to be making. That's what I'm making right now. Thank God. Alright, give me that gun. Hurry up. Basically, anytime you see me use a phrase on screen, it's just a PNG that I brought in from Photoshop. And I place it on the background in an extra video channel here. Here's the main video channel. Here's the audio channel, main audio channel. Actually, let me mute myself. There we go. Main audio channel. Did that mute everything? Damn it. Yep, there we go. There we go. So if I mute this channel, it's just going to be just the audio. And then down here is another audio channel that I added so I can have introductory music while I'm explaining Steel Hunter, and some music at the very end. It's all the Steel Hunter soundtrack music that they gave us on the website. So hopefully it's free use, but we'll see. A little bit of recovery, sitting on the base, or sitting on that point. Very surprised I was not set on fire from either shot straight to my rear. Yeah, I got shot twice in the back. Alright, so let's take a look at something a little bit more complex as I continue here, because I think I'm almost done pretty much with everything, but something a little more complex that I could give you an example of is cross-editing, or just kind of, you know, when you see jump edits in some of these productions, like, for example, this. Now, where it locked up right there and then it didn't show it, there's a lot of processing required when you're merging two scenes. So if I did it again, it would probably show it. Nope. There we go. See, that was the third attempt for it to actually show me the merge that I made between these two scenes, but it did show it eventually. Basically, what sucks is that even with a monstrous computer, i7, 1070 GTX, you got 32 gigs of RAM, a solid state drive, it doesn't care. This requires a lot of video memory and video processing. If I had, two video cards and 64 gigs, I would be able to have this program run smoothly, flawlessly. I mean, every time I go through a filter, it would just work like that right there. But see, even then it lags up a little bit, and then it completes the scene. So there's just a lot required to be able to do it. Yeah, see? And that time it went through smoothly. So just the amount of times it has to go through it, it'll store it away in RAM eventually, just to show you in the preview. But of course, you don't have to preview anything. If you're very confident that your presentation is going to work out just fine, then you could just hit render. Boom, render as, and it'll come out as it does. The only problem with that is that, say you've got an hour-long video in 4K, and it takes 7 to 8 hours to render it, or depending on your computer's performance. I could probably get it done in 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, but point being that it's very annoying to render, and then notice that there's a mistake somewhere, and you got to redo the whole damn thing. Now, it doesn't cancel your progress. Of course, I save my presentation after render so that I can make it again if I need to. I almost never get rid of the actual file for Vegas, but sometimes mistakes are made. I have a couple videos that I regret deleting the Vegas file and root files for, because even if you delete the Vegas file, the actual project file, all these project project media that are in here, if they're no longer on my hard drive, it can no longer associate it with the project. So it's like all wasted, which really sucks. Anyway, I'm noticing that most of my Photoshops are in 1080p and my videos in 2K. So hopefully that'll be fine. Yeah, 2K. I think. Isn't 1440 2K? Anyway. YouTube thinks it's 4K because they're stupid, but 1080, 4K, 2K. So anyway, hopefully that'll work out. But yeah. So that is a transition between two scenes. Right there. See, now it went through just fine and smooth. There we go. See, and I'm not too worried about it. Like, I'm just doing that to show you how long it takes your computer to actually process, memorize, and display. But keep in mind, like I said, again, this is a preview. So really none of this matters up here. All that matters is what's down here. Because when it renders and it takes that long ass time to figure out the whole thing and put it together, it's going to go ahead and take care of all that post-processing for you. Let's see, where's somewhere else that's interesting? Here's a good bit. When I'm explaining the mode itself, consumables, all of their ammunition, and all of their little battle abilities, you know, like the area, heal, and stuff like that, but you'll see that in a bit. You can upgrade vehicles mid-battle, so after you earn enough experience either hitting your enemy or picking up stashes, you'll be able to tier up your vehicles. You get to choose a new module for your vehicle all the way up to tier 8, and you can make one monster of a tank at the end. Radio detection, you hit X. So I've got, now that it just started, the music just started, I've got music in the background while I'm explaining this. And it's basically all of these. The Audrey Kulik, he made the soundtrack for Steel Hunter, as he has been making the soundtrack for World of Tanks for quite some time, and I'm very impressed by his work with 1.0. But anyway, all of the Steel Hunter music, the intro, the battle music, and extended battle music. The extension is basically just the middle of the battle music, the quiet stuff. So I put all three of them in there and then put the intro at the end and at the beginning. Because the intro, you know, is very, very nice for a nice rounded sound. So really I'm just trying right now to balance the audio over here with the audio that's already in the presentation. Every, I think it's 30 seconds, and you're able to put out a radio beacon. And yes, you will be spotted by enemies. Actually, to detect enemy vehicles, activate radio detection near the minimap. Remember that after activation, it breaks radio silence, and your opponents can detect you within the detection of that tank in order to detect it. You could be chased down a road, and because your turret is facing full, prepare to be in battle if you're going to go for those. Unless, of course, you can use reverse psychology and go after them because no one else is. That might be a good balance right there. I just don't want it to be overblown. You know, grassy map that they had it on. I'm glad that they changed up the map, because an urban kind of Chernobyl, kind of post-apocalyptic, kind of nuclear wasteland was definitely perfect for this mode. But anyways, here's a quick cut right here. I'm glad that they changed up the map, because an urban kind of Chernobyl, kind of post-apocalyptic. See, I had said urban kind of Chernobyl, so I took all that out and then I just spliced them, so it looks a whole lot better than it did. The map, because an urban kind of Chernobyl, kind of post-apocalyptic, kind of nuclear wasteland was definitely perfect for this mode. Yeah, see, that sounds a whole lot better than Chernobyl, kind of post-apocalyptic. Like, I didn't want to blast that like crazy with a right at the beginning of my presentation. I've got like the rules over here. Here's another quick cut, looks like. Realize I did, because people got a whole lot better. The stakes are also high. You can receive valuable rewards such as credits, bonds, medals, badges, dog tag components, unique styles, and decals, until you're getting 1,000 bonds for the end, with 300k for finishing it out, with which, by the way, you got 125k between 21 and 24, which is a huge amount of credits. 200k at 15, 50k at 10. I mean, it just jumped. You got lots and lots of credits for finishing this mode, but you also got special styles at 15 and 25, a medal at 25 as well as 15, and a badge at 25 as well as 15. And you get 4 days total of premium account if you finish out the whole thing, so that's pretty nice too. But anyway, who cares about this crap? We've gone through the details enough. Let's watch some games. That's like as fast as hell. Okay, so that's kind of a good ending. The only issue is that the music runs out a bit early. I'd like to extend that a little bit, but it's really hard to stretch these bits of music just so you get the best parts of them, you know? Because you want the major chunk in the middle, but you also need to make sure that there isn't as much of a lull at the beginning and end. You know, this sounds balanced. Inopportune time in one of our games that you're going to see very shortly. That sounds balanced to me. The audio, the music isn't too loud, the voice isn't too loud. It's nice and rounded on my headset. But I don't know what it sounds like when somebody's watching on a phone with that tinny, you know, tiny speaker, even if they've got two of them, even if it's the best sounding phone in the world. it's not going to sound as good as a headset. So it's really difficult to balance audio for different platforms while also having, you know, have it be actually listenable, audible. So anyway, so okay. So let me continue where I left off. Let's see, what is this here? Okay. Okay, so that's going to be the end of that game. I remember I had one more note to put in. I have 5316. Okay. Yeah, so you can't do this against the Russian. I'm watching this again, and this is the only... You can only do that against the Flammenschwert. You can't do that shit against the Soviet, the Red Dawn. Anyway, don't want to ruin anything. Good. Okay, I think it's right here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay. Almost the top. I don't want to block out the tank that's coming. So, export. Quick export is PNG. And I'm gonna call it mistakes. Just so I remember what it is. I export it, bring it over to Vegas, import it, and I can just search the Photoshop for mistakes. There it is, import, and there it is. So I'm going to bring this in, drop it right in. So now it shows up inside the presentation, which now it's all about adjustment. So I like to do a fade in on notes at about 20, which is 2/3 of a second. Right when it hits 30 is when it pops over into 1 second. Don't ask, I'm not sure why. 20. 20. There we go. Okay, so this is how it's going to appear raw. Okay, so I need to move this back so that the message is done by the time I get into battle. And I need to give Vegas time to process it. Okay, it's having trouble doing this. Let's bring this back to about right here. Let's give it lots of leeway so that there's plenty of time for it to fix it. Let's go down in quality to half draft quality. There we go. Alright, so it appears. Okay, so it needs to last a little longer and it needs to be done a little sooner. See, I need to see what's going on, and I need a I need an even stronger computer to process this video. Just give me a fucking preview, please, Vegas. Oh boy. Alright, let's go to quarter then. Wow. Okay, well, that's very annoying. Alright, you ready? Okay, here it comes. Actually, that might be a better place. After I get behind the IS and I pop them in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. That's where I should put it. Because that's really where I learned my lesson. It looks like shit up here, but that's not what's important. You got me. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, my note says 53:16, so that was before my edits. It's now at like just before 53 minutes. Sad part is, if I had done two things differently, I would have won. So that's what I meant to put on here. Basically, if I had just aimed my shots downward onto the T10 in the back panel, he would be dead. Instead, I locked on. Instead of just hitting shift, zooming all the way out and shooting right at the right at the back panel, the hood of his trunk, so to speak. If I had nailed that with all 4 rounds, he'd be a dead man, and I'd have 4 chevrons, and it would have been the last game before I went to rank 25. So a little poetic injustice there. Yeah, if I had just aimed right at his right at that panel, his back panel, I would have pinned with it almost at least one of them. If I gambled right. So I would have been able to get him. Battle at maximum. Yeah, I got a lot of kills in that game. Holy crap. I got a lot of fan noise. Vehicles in 69 battles in which I won 5 of them. Only 5. Please click subscribe. Click the bell so you're notified of future releases and streams, although I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch at twitch.tv/beefy1223. I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch. Okay, so now I pop in my Twitch deets. Okay. Damn, that is a huge underscore. Are you serious? That's the freaking underscore for this font? Maybe if I just do the underscore... Whoops, damn it. Do the underscore and then change the font of the underscore to something else. Something chunky but short. Like that. Hope this isn't boring anybody that's watching this. But then again, you're watching a behind-the-scenes video for a Vegas project, so kind of getting what you're, what you're asking for here. There we go. That'll work. That's nice. So I got Ombre Regular and Lucida Bright Demi Bold. So sure. Okay. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to select all. I'm going to change the color to my kind of Twitch purple. And I'm going to make it quite a bit larger too. It's not quite where I want it to be. And let me take a look at the frame, see where I want it. I guess I could put it right in the damn middle. There's nothing else there, so. And then, let's see. Gotta put in a thanks for watching as well, I guess. File. Export. Quick export. Twitch. Twitch deets. Twitch Steel. So I know the difference. There we go. Import. Twitch Steel. Open. I'm going to put Twitch Steel right here. I'll zoom in a bit, get the 20 going here. I'm going to pull it back to that point. Right about there. I'm going to pull the fade in over here, and let's see the appropriate length on that. Although I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch at twitch.tv/beefy1223. That's where you'll find me most Friday and Saturday nights. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, holy crap, definitely let me know, because I'd love to drop some rewards on you if it's in tanks or any other game that you play. I really appreciate the patronage you make to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Okay. So that should work. That seems long enough. But I'd also like to put it down when I put my other video previews on there. I'd like to move it over a little bit so that I can have a video preview here. No, have my subscribe logo here, and then a video preview down here. I still need to make my thumbnail too. I need to keep that in mind. Streams, although I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch at twitch.tv/beefy1223. That's where you'll find me most Friday and Saturday nights. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, holy crap, definitely let me know. Streams, although I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch at twitch.tv/beefy1223. That's where you'll find me most Friday and Saturday nights. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, holy crap, definitely let me know, because I'd love to drop some rewards on you if it's in tanks or any other game that you play. I really appreciate the patronage you make to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. I'm gonna fade that music a little better. There we go. Streams, although I'll mostly be play, I really appreciate the patronage you make to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. That's nice. Okay. So that'll do pig. And streams, although I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch at twitch.tv/beefy1223. That's where you'll find me most Friday and Saturday nights. Okay, so I can put the subscribe logo down here actually. I can move twitch.tv over a little bit. Put 2 video previews here. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Even though it's off-center, I think that might be the best case. Alright, so in order to do that, I have to edit, quick export, and then just remember Twitch Steel. Save, overwrite. So now, as soon as I click on this window back here, it's going to update the file. Boop, there it is. So it just moved over a little bit. That actually looks just about right. I'm going to put the subscribe down here. Hopefully there's room for it. And then I'm going to put 2 preview videos here. That means I could probably stretch it all the way to the end. And then fade it. Fade it with the rest of the video. Or I could just not fade it at all. No, I need to fade it. That's right. Okay. So let's see what this looks like. To future releases and streams, although I'll mostly be streaming over at Twitch at twitch.tv/beefy1223. That's where you'll find me most Friday and Saturday nights. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, holy crap, definitely let me know, because I'd love to drop some rewards on you if it's in tanks or any other game that you play. I really appreciate the patronage you make to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Okay. I need a cleaner look at that fade out. You make to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna cut the fade a little bit more, so we'll... Yeah, I'd like it to fade a little sharper. Actually, not sure how to quite do that yet. Learning. Transition properties. No, hang on. I think it's transition. And then... Oh, I already have a crossfade. Fade type. Here we go. Okay, so I want it to fade hard. There we go. Okay. So let's try this out. As you make to my channel. Thanks a lot. As you make to my channel. Thanks a lot. See, really appreciate the patron. So I'm going to mute the audio so that I could just focus on the video. Okay, I also need to bring the quality way down. No. Show me all that stuff. I want to see that stuff. Yep, that looked good. Let's see, what is the break like right here? Okay, that's not too bad. Alright. Okay, unmute that. And I would watch it all over again, but that would be definitely very boring. So now that I'm done with pretty much all of my extra little comments at the top here on the extra video channel, and then I've got my main video here cut up just the way I want it, and I've got my audio cut up just the way I want it with all the different, you know, fade in, fade out. People ones, they've got the most experience. See, I'm never sure what's too loud and what isn't too loud until I get the render, until I actually watch the final result. That's the only way I can tell what's loud and what isn't. So yeah, anyway, intro, outro, music. I think the outro music is perfect. I want to kind of crescendo at the end there. It's beautiful music anyway. So yeah, main audio, which by the way, the main audio captures and video has the webcam built in, so I can't exactly put it in and out. I use OBS for everything. That's how I'm recording this right now. So basically it's embedded. If I wanted to remove it and put it on a different track, I could, but I'm not sure how to quite do that yet. Hopefully one day I'll learn, but right now at 2K at 60 frames, that's not bad, and I'm going to see what I can do when I'm done with this. But thanks for watching, anybody who bothered to look at this behind the scenes crap, and I'll see you soon.